Well, I got about an hour or so, maybe an hour and 15. Because I have to teach tonight, so I probably won't come back on again tonight. I'll see how it is. I'll see what time I get home. So I'm trying to get Avery on a better schedule. You know that Miss likes to stay up all night. She told me yesterday, I'm going to stay up all night. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think you're going to stay up all night. But I can't. I guess it's my fault because I'm like that. I'm a night person. I've always been a night person. I'm not a morning person. Like people that get up in the morning and they're like all happy. Like, where did you come from? I don't really start to come alive until about 5, 6 o'clock at night. Although oddly enough, I'd rather run in the morning. I don't like. I feel like running is a struggle later in the day. I feel like it's easier to do it in the morning. So I don't know. Anyway. Show empathy. Is A busy with his sister A's wedding or someone else's? I don't see him as being busy right now or overly busy with anything specific. It looks like he's kind of in a slowdown. He's got death in reverse. He's got the hangman here. He's got slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, I don't really see him being overly busy with anything right now. Sarah, which is better overall, inner fulfillment-wise and money-wise too? Which one will be more successful? Making personal insight videos on Instagram or pursuing tarot? You probably would be more fulfilled with doing the videos, and I think you'll make more money though doing tarot. So, I mean, there's no reason why you can't do both, but I think that like personal fulfillment might not come through tarot. It may come through the videos. Kiara, why hasn't M the Taurus reached out yet? I told him I had a problem I need to discuss with him, but it was quite late, so he said that we'll do it tomorrow, and it's been almost 2 days. Looks like he just hasn't had time to he hasn't had a chance to set time aside to take care of whatever it is. I would reach out to him again before the end of the week if you don't hear from him. Aries Sun for the next 24. Somebody may make you an offer that will be hard to turn down. Listen to your intuition. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Lay down the law, set boundaries, especially if you feel as if somebody is overstepping. You may be spending time with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Ari K, General. Maybe paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan that could make you feel relief and happiness is coming in and around work, school, or business. Could be spending time with a Cancer or a Capricorn. If you're feeling undecided about something or someone, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Money comes in, and you could be thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. Jay, love for me and Brianna, Aries. Slow and steady wins the race, but you should be feeling like communication is doing well, and you may be feeling like things are better balanced or functioning better. Listen to your intuition and things move forward. Slow and steady wins the race. Shard, General. Could be spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, or a Libra. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and something happens this weekend that makes you happy around like social activity. You may have choices around social activity, and feeling relief around finances improving. Life changes for you for the better quickly when you listen to your intuition. I would do both, Sarah. I don't see any reason why you have to do one or the other. Why can't you do both? Diamond, is my son's anxiety going to get better soon? Yeah, I think it's going to be improving. Slow and steady wins the race through the fall. Essence, how would the new tier pricing and adjustments affect my Patreon? Will it bring in more money and will it be more work for me? Everything is digital, so I doubt, but a little overwhelmed with business. Okay, let's see. I don't think it's going to be much more work. I don't know what it is, but it looks like it's well balanced, well functioning, and successful, and it brings in happiness. So I don't see any reason why you shouldn't continue with it. The new thing, whatever it is. Pallavi, love. Well, you have a committed relationship here, and you have passion coming in. Could be with the Cancer, could be with the Sagittarius. Oh, God, you got a Scorpio here, too. Exploring your options leads to success, and an Aries. Exploring your options leads to success around love. Don't be afraid to express your wants and needs around love and walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Dakota for the weekend. Maybe spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, or possibly a Leo. Old wounds heal and move into the past. New beginnings are on the horizon, and you may have a new venture on the horizon. You could be planning travel. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Red for the weekend. You got romance that could be heating up. An Empress could be bringing in love and money or more of it. Feeling ambitious to be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to, but don't forget about rest, relaxation, and self-care. You have the world at your feet, and you could be spending time with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Now, description of a person coming in love. Could be new energy that comes in out of the clear blue sky later this year. And this person should be hardworking, down to earth, kind, caring, sincere, successful, maybe a little bit on the introverted side. But once you get to know them, they may actually be like funny or outgoing, but they may come off like as kind of somebody who's a little bit more on the introverted side initially. Essence. I've been implementing a lot of new things with my business that just gave me the confidence to continue because I don't want to get 3 months in and be like, what the fuck have I done? I hear you. I feel like it's just my personal opinion that like doing things like simpler is always easier. Like the less of a project something is, the easier it is and the more likely you'll be able to stick to it. Kristen, what's coming in for me for next week? New beginnings are on the horizon that lead to success. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. You could be feeling like paying off a bill of debt or a loan makes you feel relieved and life is coming into balance. Cause for celebration comes in. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from. Could be spending time with a Libra or a Sagittarius or possibly a Cancer. You may even be planning travel. Overall, it looks like a pretty pleasant week. Beautiful one, me and Leo. looks like you have like distance between the two of you, and Lovers is in reverse, which could be problematic as of right now. Emperor's in reverse, so look out that somebody is not trying to control or manipulate the situation or the other person. While manipulation may work in the moment, it doesn't work long term, and it will, yeah. Somebody here is showing as the Hermit. Somebody has done something wrong or feels as if they've done something wrong, but they're not willing to take responsibility for it, and that's causing distance between the two of you. Alpha, General. Slow and steady wins the race, but you have money coming in, and you may be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Listen to your intuition. Money comes in. If you've had an argument or a disagreement with someone, it should resolve itself and move into the past. You may be planning travel. You're no longer holding yourself back, and life is moving forward, especially where finances are concerned. You may be feeling relief around finances improving. Mariana for the weekend. Mariana for the weekend. You could hear from somebody that you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and you may have choices and options around social activity. Listen to your intuition. New beginnings are on the horizon that lead to success. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Alpha, General. You get good news that comes in around work, school, or business. More money is coming in. Negativity is moving into the past. Could be spending time with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and a wish comes true. Brianna, when is the next time that I'll hang out with Jay, Sagittarius? It should be before the end of this month. Mary, what does Tarot want me to know? What does Tarot want me to know? You have money coming in, and you may be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. You could be planning travel. Life is coming into balance, and you may be feeling like you have choices and options around social activity. Listen to your intuition, and you may be spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Life is moving forward. Pretty good. T-Vet, how will it go if I tell my apartment manager that I only have half the balance? You know what? I think they'll work with you. If you give them half of it, like you may be able to give them half now and then the other half when you get it, and they may be fine with that. Maggie, W the Virgo energies towards me. Energy is grounded and stable, sincere, slow. Anonymous, me, boyfriend Sagittarius. Slow and steady wins the race, but communication looks good and things look pretty well balanced. Don't be afraid to express your wants and needs around the situation. And things look like they should be functioning pretty well. Brooklyn, General, for this weekend. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care, and negativity moves into the past. Maybe paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Listen to your intuition. The weight of the world slips off your shoulders. You may hear from somebody that you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on. Aisha, how did Sagittarius guy's brother feel when he met me on Tuesday? Pretty good. May have thought that you were grounded and stable, kind-hearted, caring, down to earth. Pleasant. Brooklyn, General, for next week. General for next week. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. You could get good news come in around work, school, or business, maybe paying off a bill of debt or a loan. If you're feeling undecided about something or someone, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Life could change you for the better quickly when you listen to your intuition. Could be spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Girly, love for the rest of September. It's a little slow, like not all that much is happening, and that may make you feel a little bit disappointed, but nothing bad is happening. It just may be slow. Although you could hear from somebody that you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Your luck does change for the better this fall, but I don't think it's going to happen before the end of September. Essence, when will I consistently be making 7,000 to 10,000 a month in business? I was able to hit 7,000 in June, but now that I've changed everything to fully digital downloads, I'm getting the momentum back. I don't see that much money coming in on the horizon. So I don't know what you normally make a month, but that's probably going to continue like similar to like the normal, like the what you usually make. I don't see 7 to 10,000. That's like, I can't give you a time frame because I don't see it as of right now. Nat, person coming in love, someone I know or someone new. Somebody new that comes in through divine guidance. Samantha, dating for me. Walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you opens new doors and you have new choices and options coming in. If you're not in a committed relationship right now, you have choices. You have an Aquarius, a Gemini, and a Pisces. New beginnings on the horizon that bring in happiness and also could have long-term potential. Exploring your options leads to success. Choices and options leads to success around love. Weight of the world slips off your shoulders and cause for celebration comes in. You're calling the shots. Pretty good. Pretty good. Ruchi, what's coming in next in love for me? Somebody can make you an offer that will be hard to turn down around love, and a new journey begins, and it could be with a Scorpio or maybe a Sagittarius. You should have long-term potential around your next relationship. Listen to your intuition. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and Aries enters. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Mihak, finances for October. Should be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Money is coming in and you may be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Listen to your intuition and a wish comes true. The hard work you put into business comes back and pays off. Vladimir, anything ahead with the career? You have the world at your feet and a new journey begins. Explore your options. Throw out into the universe exactly what it is that you want, because a wish could come true and the hard work that you put in brings in a new journey that could lead to success. It depends where you are in your career, but things should be moving forward before the end of the year if you explore your options. Yvonne, today I had to cut off my toxic brother. How will the situation be? He feels entitled to my money and I don't want him to bother me again. Can't say that he's never going to bother you again, because he does look like he could be a pain in the ass, and the Fool is in reverse, which means more may get revealed around the situation that could need to be dealt with. But for the most part, I don't think he's going to be an immediate problem, so he may leave you alone for a while. Carla, why hasn't George talked to me? Doesn't seem like there's any specific reason. I don't know what your relationship is with this person, but the two of you aren't on the same page. So it's like either there's no reason to talk, or he doesn't have anything to talk about, or there's like a disconnect. If you want to speak to him, I would reach out to him. Brolick, feels like I'm being scrutinized at work. Is there something coming that I need to be mindful? Well, I never trust anybody. And especially, you can't trust shit around workplaces. But I don't see anything terrible happening. It looks like people are just being a pain in the ass. And it may be the kind of thing like office politics. Like it may be your turn to be, that they're, you know, annoying you. And then next week it may be somebody else. Stacy, general for the weekend. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care, and listen to your intuition. New beginnings are on the horizon around work, school, or business, and the hard work you put in pays off. You've got teamwork being favored this weekend. Nita, would I receive an offer letter from employment company P by the end of the month? That may happen. Yes, that could happen. Hello, general for tomorrow. You have relief coming in around money coming in. Money coming in, bringing life back into balance and feeling relief. Your luck changes for the better quickly. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. You're no longer holding yourself back. Something happens that makes you happy tomorrow, and it may be around money or finances. Listen to your intuition. JJ, how will my wisdom tooth surgery, I do the surgery, go on Monday? Any advice to make it better? It goes well. It's going to go well. Slow and steady wins the race. Listen to your intuition and don't be afraid to take your time. It should go well. Marita, what is coming out for me that I don't know? You could be planning travel, maybe thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study. Could be working on a new creative project or creative hobby. You may be busy this fall with like work, school, business stuff. You could be spending time with the Pisces, maybe spending time with a Virgo. Walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. SH, Aquarius boys, feelings for me. May find you to be strong, confident, independent, sincere, down to earth, a loyal friend. M. Grace, does the Leo guy like me passionate wise? Like have like feelings for you? I don't see like full-blown romantic feelings. Knight of Cups is in reverse, which can indicate that there aren't romantic feelings, but there still could be an interest, and there could be more that comes down the line. So it could be something that hasn't developed yet. I'm in general around studies. General around studies. The hard work you put in pays off. Listen to your intuition. Things are moving forward towards greener pastures. Teamwork is favored and success comes in. Not bad. Christina, is R happy without me? He's a Taurus. I'm a Gemini. I wouldn't phrase it like that. Like, I don't think that he's happy because you're not around, but it does look like whatever has gone on in the past, he's moved away from, and he's focused on other things. He may be putting his energy into his own wants and needs, and he is looking pretty content and successful right now. He's kind of given things over to divine guidance. He's sort of letting things kind of happen organically for himself right now. So I'm going to say he's okay. Infinity, will I hear from L this month? I don't see communication coming in that quickly. I doubt it. Chelsea, is Chris going to be sexually attracted to me? I think so, yeah. Payment, weekly reading for next week. You have a wish that comes true and life could change for you for the better quickly when you listen to your intuition. Could be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Money is coming in. A wish comes true. Growth, change, and transformation is coming in and around like professional relationships. And negativity is moving into the past. Old wounds are healing and moving into the past. Bacon, general for Monday. General for Monday. Listen to your intuition and walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you, and don't look back, and that helps to ease old disappointments and heartaches. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You may hear from somebody that you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on, and you could be spending time with a Scorpio or a Gemini. Vicky, general for Friday through the weekend. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You may hear from somebody that you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Solution to a problem is in front of you. Before the end of the weekend, you'll figure it out, and you may be spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Lucinda, general for October. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Listen to your intuition. You could be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. You may be planning travel. A new journey begins, and you could be spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Stacy, I've been feeling down and out career-wise. Anything in the cards on when I'll be feeling better? Should be before the end of this fall. Making decisions that push life forward. Divine guidance is bringing you to greener pastures. Adding a new stream of income could be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan, or helping you to feel relieved. Infinity, when will I hear from Elle? Could be within the next 3 to 4 weeks, maybe. T-Bet, how will things go when I tell my apartment manager that I only have half the balance owed? I think they're going to be okay because it shows money and justice. The weight of the world slips off your shoulders and there's relief. So you may give them half of what you owe, and then they may say, okay, give me the next half when you get it. And I think it'll be fine, especially if this is the only month that you owe. I think they're gonna work with you. Abstain, should I stay in this country or move? The cards can't tell you what to do. You have to make that decision, but it kind of favors staying where you are for the moment. Brenda, general for the rest of the day. Disappointment heals and moves into the past. The world is at your feet. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and success comes in around work, school, or business. Is there anybody here I haven't answered for yet? Beautiful one. When will I hear from D? Could be within the next 5 weeks if this is somebody you don't hear from often. If it's someone who you hear from frequently, could be within the next 5 days. But the middle of the month of October, I think. That's what I think. Golem. Kosei and Duri Schwar are currently in a situation, in good or not in a relationship. Okay, let's see. I don't see a committed relationship coming in around this situation, but the situation looks like it's well functioning. So it may be two people that are like content with the way things are and well functioning. But I'm not seeing commitment here, but there is a wish that comes true. So they may be happy with the way things are functioning. RK for tomorrow. You have teamwork favored, money comes in, and you'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You may be very busy with like work, school, or business. T-Vet, where do you see the money coming from? Is it work or something else? I think it could be work. Kritika, when will I hear from A? It's slow. It's slow. Maybe sometime this fall, but it looks slow. If you want to hear from this person, I would reach out to them rather than wait. Tanya, hello, beautiful general. Perseverance pays off around work, school, or business, and you may be like feeling very busy around work, school, or business, and you also could be feeling successful. Money is coming in, a new journey begins. May reconnect with somebody from your past or someone you haven't seen in a while. May resurface. Empress is bringing in love and money. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you, and life could change for you for the better quickly. Girly, finances for the rest of the month. Perseverance pays off. Money is coming in and paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan is possible. You could be feeling as if you're stretched a little bit too thin, but things should be fine. You should be okay. Spiritually beautiful. Why is my boyfriend K isn't answering his phone when I call? Am I blocked? I don't think you're blocked. I think that he's taking time for himself, or he doesn't want to talk right now. It looks as if like are you keep calling? I would stop calling, because it's like the more you call, like he's kind of getting annoyed. Like he's setting a boundary, he'll call you back. I wouldn't keep calling. I would wait until you hear back from him. CG had an argument with B. Will it resolve? Yeah, I'm going to say pretty quickly too. Tanya, romance coming in. Don't be afraid to express your wants and needs around romance, but you do have plenty of offers coming in. Somebody can make you an offer that would be hard to turn down, and that could be a Capricorn. But then you also have another earth sign here, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Making decisions that push life forward. You could have an Aries around. Disappointments are healing and moving into the past. A wish comes true. If you've had an argument or a disagreement with someone, it should resolve itself and move into the past. Diksha, when will I get the job? When will I get the job? You could have a job, you may start a job sometime towards the middle to the end of October. I've seen, I answered for you. Is there anyone else here I haven't answered for? Um, Martisha, Sag contacted me about access to our daughter's daycare. I have reservations. How is he going to take that text that I've composed? It's going to knock him out of balance, and it's going to slow him down because he doesn't, like, he's not going to expect it. But you know something? I think that you're right. I don't know what all the details are in the situation, but it eases anxiety if you're the only person that could come and pick her up. I know that there needs to be other people too, and I would definitely never tell like parents to pit the kid against the other parent or anything like that. But especially if like if things are a little bit not that great between the two of you, I would just not give him access. I think that it's the smart thing to do for right now, just until anything else happens or anything. Like, I hate to say it because I hate like having to deal with like legal shit, but it's sometimes like it's just best for everyone, and there could be no arguing and no disputing bullshit if it's like legally drawn out. She sees you on Tuesday and Thursday, she's with me on this day, and we don't have to question where you are when you're coming home or anything like that, you know? So I don't think he's going to be expecting it, but I think you're right. So I'm glad that you did that. Gollum. Oh, I did that one. I'm saying I did. Tanya, I got some Crystal Light packets. I give that to Avery. She loves it because this kid wants to drink like all day long, which, I mean, the water is good for her. I mean, I have my reservations about Crystal Light because, you know, it's got fake sugar in it, but what are you going to do? I mean, you can't have anything. Christina, I answered for you. YP, when will I hear back from Sats? There could be communication that comes in towards the beginning of next month, but the situation is looking a little stagnant and kind of out of balance. You have an argument here, so I don't know if you've recently had an argument or if you are going to have an argument, but just keep it in mind that cooler heads will prevail. Kuchu, how does Esther Libra feel after today's message? Distant. This person, it looks as if this person has turned and walked away from this situation, and they may be feeling like things are out of balance and stagnant. Mega, general for September. Disappointments heal and move into the past. New beginnings are on the horizon. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You've got money coming in, finances improve, paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan could make you feel relief. I know, I hate the court order thing. I do. You know, the only situation that, you know how like crazy things run through your head sometimes? Is just because like a parent has got access to their child, and it's not like they could take the kid and not come back. I don't want to say that to you and make you paranoid, but it's just like, I just feel like I've seen too many Lifetime TV shows. There's just too much shit that goes on, and I just don't trust anybody because, you know, I'm old and I've seen a lot. Not that I don't, it's not in your reading, it's not a hunch I have, it's just me being a paranoid person. Yeah, and I hate that, but you know, it's like even when I went for the child support, I'm like, I mean, because we weren't married, it's like we knew that he was the father, but I'm like, we need to do it legally, just because this way there is no arguing, nobody has to know, you know what I'm saying? It's like once it's gone this far, it's like, okay, everybody knows what's going on, and we don't have to make promises we're not going to keep. I would never ask for more. I'm not looking, you know what I'm saying? I'm not looking to like shyster anyone, but when things are done legally, then you have to answer to someone. When things aren't legal, it's like, it just protects everybody that's involved, which is not to say that shit can't happen. Anyway, of course, shit can always happen, but I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like it's better off to be safe than sorry. And I probably wouldn't have felt that way 20 years ago. But like I said, I'm old and you know, I've seen a lot. And I'm not fucking around. I know, it's twisted, right? But whatever. I mean, it was different here in New York State anyway, because New York State, I guess because if you're not married, that's what they want you to do. I guess because, you know, I don't know. It had something to do with insurance. But I was like, we just got to do this. Whatever. Tanya, me and Aries next move. You have communication coming in that could lead to romance heating up, that could bring you to a long-term commitment or have long-term potential around it. Slow and steady wins the race, we know, but things are coming into balance, and communication could lead to listening to your intuition and travel coming in. Not bad. Not bad. Tanya, me and Eva Capricorn next moves. There's going to be communication that comes in, and more of it, and you could be spending time together. Communication looks like it's picking up, and there could be something out of the blue, fun and exciting that may happen. Like, it could be something that's not planned. You know, like, hey, let's go for coffee, or, you know, I'm getting off of work, or whatever it is. Hey, let's go do this quick. Whatever it is could come in out of the blue and unplanned, and it'll be fun. Golem, I answered for you already. Malblocks, S and I. You have communication coming in out of the clear blue sky when you least expect it. If this is somebody who you haven't heard from in a bit, you're going to hear from them, and then the relationship should start to function better with the Six of Pentacles, whatever the relationship is. The world is at your feet. Don't be afraid to express your wants and needs around the situation. That could help things move forward. Elizabeth, General Reed. You could have a new beginning around work, school, or business, and you also may be thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study. You're no longer holding yourself back. Perseverance pays off. New beginnings are on the horizon. Listen to your intuition, and you should be feeling relief around paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Spiritually beautiful. Is Kay, my boyfriend, talking to someone else? Like, has another romantic interest? I don't see anybody else around him as of right now. Amy, weekend for Sunny. This person may have choices and options around social activity. They may be planning travel and taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Could be spending time with a Libra or a Sagittarius. They have money coming in and life is coming into balance. Mahako, please tell me, have you tried psychedelics? I never did, no. I'm serious. I've heard many good things about DMT stuff like spiritual experience. I want to know the truth. I've had friends that have done it, but I've never done it, and to me, like, it's too scary. I wouldn't want to play around with some kind of a weird drug that I don't know much about. Miku for the next 3 days. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and so does negativity. You could be spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Slow and steady wins the race, but life is coming into balance and life is moving forward. Listen to your intuition and take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Virta, coming week for me and boyfriend M. Okay, it looks like things are well functioning. Communication looks good. Listen to your intuition. And don't be afraid to express your wants and needs around the situation. Simran, what do I need to know about knitting? This person may be strong and confident, hardworking and successful. They're smart and intelligent, down-to-earth, kind-hearted and caring, and they may be like very independent. Emily, September 11, romance with Soha. I don't don't see a whole lot of love and romance here as of right now. It looks like there may be some indecision around the situation, or things are looking a little slow, and that could be causing anxiety. Yeah, it depends where you guys are in the relationship. I don't see all that much changing, and I don't see a whole lot of love or romance between now and the end of the month. Spiritually beautiful. Is my boyfriend talking to anyone at my job? I don't think so. Why do you think that this person is with somebody else? Like, this relationship for you seems like it's a whole lot of work, and like your mind, it's just like it goes all over the place. It's like it would be better off not to be with him, because the anxiety that it shows around this relationship, but there doesn't seem to be a reason. Like, I don't think that he even really knows anybody at your job, or has he even been there? Because it shows like there is a disconnect between what's going on in your head and what's going on in reality. And you're kind of driving yourself nuts. But, I mean, he's showing that he's not answering your calls. So that may be why. But it could be that the energy around the situation is like being desperate to hold on to something that's being taken away from you. But there's no real reality in that, other than this is just what's in your head. And unfortunately, that could destroy this relationship. So, you may need to take some time to yourself to figure out why it is you're like thinking these things, or what's making these things, why you're feeling this way. Well, who's acting funny? Because I don't understand. Like, just because somebody's acting funny doesn't mean that they're screwing around with your boyfriend. Like, there's just a huge disconnect between the reality of what's going on and what's in your head. And this has been a common theme that we've been seeing now for years. Like, it's just, what I would do is I would take some time away from the situation to figure out why it is that you feel this way. Because sometimes there's a real paranoia because there's a reality, right? It's like somebody's doing something, I know there's something off. And in that situation, the best suggestion I can say is to leave the relationship, because why be with somebody who you don't trust? But this is more of like, there's no reality in what you're thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody's an asshole to you at work, it doesn't mean they're sleeping with your boyfriend. They just could be an asshole, but why does your mind go there? It's like being desperate to hold on to something that you feel is being taken away from you, but there's no reality in the actual being taken away from. But I don't know, that's stuff that you might need to sort out. Yeah, but it's not even negative thinking. It's extraordinarily over the top. It's like negative thinking would be like, oh, I don't think he's going to call me back. That's negative. But like, you think that people are with him that he doesn't even know, that he has no connection to. So in that situation, it's like you got to figure out, why is your mind going there? Because it's going to end up destroying this relationship. I mean, you could already see he's not answering the call. And the way that it reads is like you probably called 10 times. And if somebody called me 10 times, I would be fucking annoyed. Like, it drives me crazy. But why is it that your head is going there? It's like you got to figure out what that is inside you. It's not coming from him, and it's not coming from the assholes that you work with. They haven't done anything. This has to do with what's happening inside you, why you're feeling that way, and how you can heal it so that you don't feel that way anymore. And it might take some time. Tanya, setting boundaries with Aries. How will it go saying what I want from our connection? It should go well. It's like a new journey begins with choices and options. Slow and steady wins the race, but the conversation itself goes well. Like, well balanced and like mutual. Listen to your intuition. Pretty good. Oh, you like this top? Thank you. I like the colors. I like blue and green. It's an old shitty top I've had forever. I think I actually have 2 of them, and I think that they were like $2 finds at the Old Navy clearance rack. Aisha, why is the Sagittarius guy bother baby mom looking at me funny? Why was the Sagittarius guy's brother, baby's mom, looking at me funny? No reason, just may have been trying to get a vibe or see what you're all about. Like being, like, not skeptical, but inquisitive. Adonis, me and V, Aquarius for the near future. You have communication coming in that brings in cause for celebration. Good communication that leads to spending time together and maybe a little bit of passion. Perseverance persists around the situation and brings in like positive change. So, and it could be through communication. Hanging in there, just hang in there. Emily, Jane and me. You have communication coming in and perseverance pays off. Maybe feeling relief around the relationship functioning better. Slow and steady wins the race, but spending time together with long-term potential and relief around the situation. Looks like there could be an improvement before the end of the month. Natty. The next new significant guy I meet in my love life, will I like him? Yeah, and I think it could be a Taurus or maybe a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Infinity, am I delaying the manifestation of communication with Elle because I'm waiting so badly and or doubting it? No. You see, that's where manifestation stuff is bullshit. You can't manifest somebody to call you. Just like I can't manifest the guy next door to kill the whore down the street. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, what slows things down is desperation around relationships. But the dynamic of the relationship cannot be changed by your thoughts. I know people want to say that it's true, but it's just not true. You have just as much control over when he calls you as you do as to whether or not the guy next door murders his wife. You just can't control it. So, like, I think that this whole manifestation shit has become really toxic because it's just not true. There's desperation around this relationship, and the relationship is out of balance. That has nothing to do with whether or not you're waiting for him to call or not. The waiting does keep you waiting, but that, like, whether you're waiting or not, he's not calling. Like, the relationship is out of balance. So in order to get the relationship back into balance, you have to pull your energy way back. And the tough part is that people have a hard time disconnecting. Meaning, yeah, I'm not calling him, I haven't reached out, but I can't stop thinking about him and I can't stop talking about him. That energy goes out into the world and builds resistance. And it becomes like I said, if somebody calls me 12 times and I don't answer, it gets me fucking annoyed. I was doing a live stream once and somebody kept calling me and I was getting fucking annoyed with that person. Because I clearly can't answer the phone right now. And you keep calling me and fuck off. I'll call you back when I'm done. Like, how long is it going to be? An hour? 2 hours? Fucking wait. Like, that's where resistance comes in, right? But I'm going to call this person back regardless. If they call once or if they call 50 times, I'm going to call them back. The only thing the 50 phone calls do is irritate me. That's it. But I'm going to get back to you because that's the person that I am. But as far as, like, you can't make somebody do something. The only person you have control over is yourself, you know. And it's like when people say, oh yeah, well, I stare at the phone and then he calls me. He was going to call you anyway. If you had that kind of control, then you would always find a parking space. You would never wait in line. Money would always be in your bank account, but it's just not true. So there's like a whole lot of like, and then it becomes like blaming, you blame the person, right? Because I was working with law of attraction people too that would tell me, well, you don't really believe it. But believe, you have to go with the energy of the situation. If somebody's not calling you, they're not calling you. If somebody doesn't want to be with you, they don't want to be with you. It doesn't matter what you do. You're not going to change their mind. Disconnecting from the situation and moving forward with your life could help because it breaks down the resistance. But it still can't make somebody do something. Just like I said, I can't wish that the next door neighbor kills his wife. Just as much as I can't make the next door neighbor call me. It just doesn't work. And I know people want to believe that they have control, and it sounds really nice, but all it really does, in my opinion, is become toxic. Because, if you want to speak to somebody, reach out to them. If they don't answer, then that's your answer. And I feel like that with any situation. If you're waiting on someone and they're not participating in the relationship, that's the answer. You can wait, you can hope, but that just becomes toxic after a while. But no, it's nothing that you've done or didn't do. Tanya, I think it's time. Yes, I do too. And not let him interrupt. Yes. Did you say the whore down the street? Yeah. Spit out the crystal light. Yeah. Because I'm telling you, I work with law of attraction coaches, and I really feel like there is something to it, right? You can manifest opportunities, absolutely, but you can't control what somebody else does. And like, then they would get into this really weird shit about realities, like, not realities, like quantum physics. Like here is an example. I said, if I'm going for a job, say they're hiring one person and I want this job at this yoga studio, and this other woman wants the job at that yoga studio. How do I manifest that I get it? And then they gave me this kind of bullshit about how, well, in your reality, you can have the job, and in their reality, they could have the job. Listen, that's fucking bullshit. I mean, it's bullshit. I mean, what are we doing here? It's either I'm getting the job or I'm not. And then if I don't get the job, they say, well, you didn't believe that you deserved it. Fuck that. I did believe I deserved it, because I can tell you right now, I've auditioned for yoga studios where I've had 10 times more education and 10 times more experience, but the girl next to me was friends with the owner and she got the job. So, it's like office politics wherever you go. But the bottom line is that no matter how much I thought I deserved it, I didn't get it because of the circumstance. Oh, well, you must have created that circumstance. Fuck no, I didn't. Like, I'm not taking the blame for shit that happens. That's ridiculous. And that's what I would hear. Well, you didn't really believe you deserved it. Yes, I did. I did believe I deserved it because I have more training. So I did believe it. Don't tell me I didn't believe it. And then to me it becomes toxic. So it's like, okay, I didn't get the job, let it fucking go and apply somewhere else, rather than beating your head against the wall why I didn't get it and how I can manifest that job. There's other jobs out there. And it's the same thing with people. Once again, it goes back to the same thing. If I could make Joe Schmo next door call me, then I can make Brad Pitt call me, because it's a law, and a law's got to work, right? Just like if I jump out the window, I'm going to hit the pavement. Just like if Brad Pitt jumps out the window, he's going to hit the pavement. I'm not going to fly. He's not going to fly. We're both hitting the pavement. So if I could make Joe Schmo call me, then I can make Brad Pitt call me. If I can't make Brad Pitt call me, then it's not a law. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. And I know it sounds like, nice that we have control, but we don't. We really don't. We can't control what other people do. Lydia, Cancer's towards me, no contact. I'm really surprised. I'm surprised. Let's see. You've got communication coming in. He's going to want, here's the communication. He's going to want to see you and spend time together. There's the lovers. New beginnings on the horizon, and you should be spending time together. I don't want to make excuses that something came up, but that's what the card showed when I looked at it before, that something came up. He should have just told you. I don't think he thought it was that big of a deal if you just put it off, but he should have just said something to you. Mimi, general for the next week. New beginnings on the horizon that lead to success around work, school, or business. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and new beginnings are on the horizon. Success comes in around paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Kanchan, for some people, go insane and holding it for too long, and then they realize time is flying. Yeah, look, I've done it. I've done it too, where I thought, oh, something is going to happen. Oh, something is going to change. Oh, well, I'm going to think positive. And then I wasted 8 years. I wasted 8 years. Oh, maybe he'll call today. Oh, maybe he'll call tomorrow. Oh, I texted him today. Maybe he'll get back to me. I mean, what was I doing? What was I doing? Why was I doing that? But when I had enough, and I walked away from it. And I set a boundary and I walked away from it, and I was really done with it when I was done with it. But when I look back on it, you're right, I did. I wasted a lot of time, and I definitely felt like that too. Back then, it was around the time that The Secret had come out, and The Secret, that movie, was saying that you couldn't manifest a specific person. They would say that you could manifest love, and I agree with that. You can manifest love, but you can't control what other people do, and I think that's where things started to get twisted, where people started saying, well, you know, in your reality, you could have this, and in their reality, and you could be married to him in this reality, and he could be married to her. I mean, it's bullshit. I mean, come on. It's bullshit. There's one reality here. This shitty one here that we're all living in. Mountain, how am I perceived at work right now? Overall, it looks good. Somebody who is ambitious, hardworking, like mutual respect, successful, kind, intelligent, down to earth, respectable. Good. I would say good. Brooklyn, when will I be intimate again? My love and sex life is horrible. It could be sometime before the end of the fall. Alex, if only we can make Brad Pitt or any other attractive actor. Yes, exactly. Exactly. And I know, and that's the part that bothers me, is that people that are in a situation, and I've been there myself, so trust me, I'm not pointing fingers at anyone. You're in a desperate situation, you're feeling horrible, you really want something to change, you have a lot of hope in the situation, and you have a feeling or an intuition or something about the situation or the person, and then you're listening to people telling you that it's your fault, it's not working, and if you only believed, then it would be yours. And that's not true. And unfortunately, it's like, I hate to say this because it sounds so negative, but it's like if the universe is showing you something, like in my situation with the guy with the 8 years, it's like the universe kept showing me, like he was doing really hurtful things to me every so often, but I guess that's where they say the trauma bond comes in, because it's like things would be really good, I would least expect it, and then he would tell me he was running off to Italy with his ex-girlfriend out of nowhere, and like I was crushed. And then he would be gone, like he went away, then he came back, and I didn't hear from him for a while, and then I started hearing from him again, and I kind of thought things were like, oh, now he's over that because they had whatever happened, and now he's going to be back with me, and I really thought things were going to move forward for me. And again, boom, something else happened. I don't remember exactly, but something else happened. And it's like each time, it's like the universe was showing me what I needed to see, and I was ignoring it. I was ignoring it. I was getting over whatever the situation was. Like after a couple of days, I would like be over the fact that I was hurt so badly by whatever it was. And I would be kind of like, felt like I was back in the game, or things were moving forward again. And something else would happen. It's like, how many times do you need to be hit in the face before you fucking realize what's happening? And it took me 8 years, but finally I figured it out. Some of us are slow learners. Essence, why did Michael just call out of the blue and ask for 800 and then say he was joking? Is it a test? We talked for 10 minutes. Then he rushed off the phone after I said something. I don't think it was a test. I think that he's looking for money, and I think that he may have sensed that you weren't going to give it to him, so he made a joke out of it, because he doesn't, I think he kind of felt like you weren't going to give him the money, so he just wanted to drop it and not make an issue of it. Mountain, is Penny going to be able to thrive and exercise on supplements? We found out she has PSSM1, so I'm worried after reading other people's experiences. I mean, it does look like she's going to be able to exercise and thrive. So I don't know what that is, but it looks like she may be okay. I would say she's going to be okay. Brooklyn, so happy you're speaking on this. I had an epiphany the other day. Waiting isn't worth it in some cases. Waiting is never worth it, but the waiting will keep you waiting. That's what's true, right? But you can't make somebody else do something, right? So like I was saying, like I was in this situation that was somewhat of a toxic cycle that I didn't really know anything about toxic cycles then. I guess I thought it was normal. Or doesn't everyone go through this? Anyway, and I was waiting for things to get better and feeling like it's like every time I saw him, I thought, oh, now this is it. Now things are going to be good. And never once were things better. But yet I still thought. So that right there blows the whole law of attraction thing out of the water. You didn't believe. Yeah, I did. And you know what I thought? This is going to sound so crazy, but talking about beliefs. I was older than him. A lot older than him, like 12 years older than him. And he was living with his parents when I met him. And he came from a family with 5 siblings in it, plus his grandfather lived there. So there were a lot of people in that house. And I really believed that because I had my own place, that he was going to be here all the time because he would have space here. It was like pulling teeth to get him here. He would come here in the middle of the night. Why? I don't know why, but that's what he did. It also could have been like the age he was at that time. But I really thought, oh, once he knows he can come over, he'll come over all the time because he's going to have space. Nope, that wasn't true. And I really thought that. I really believed that. And I could never get him here. I'd be like, do you want to come by? And he would be like, yeah, maybe I'll come by. I'll let you know. And he wouldn't come. Then 3 o'clock in the morning, he would show up. I can't. I just can't. Yes, I agree, Mountain. There are things that you can yeah. And you can call in love. Like, I almost wish that people just focus more on that. Like, putting out into the universe exactly what you want when it comes to love, not exactly what you think you want. Because most of that is ego. It's like the ego doesn't want to be disappointed. But you really wouldn't choose a person who doesn't answer you, right? Like, we would never say, oh, I really hope I go out and meet someone who never calls me when they say they're going to call. You know what I really like to do is sit around and wait for the phone to ring. Like, nobody wants that, but yet we get in that situation and we put up with it. Why? I don't know. So putting out into the universe, this is what, like, my next partner is going to be somebody who calls me. I don't have to call them. My next partner is going to be somebody who looks out for where I am, where I don't have to look out for where they are. Putting that out into the universe, I think you can create that. I agree with that. Brenda, general from me and Eric Vallis from now until Sunday. Things look a little slow, and you got the Hermit here, which means that communication may be even a little bit down. But there should be communication, even if it's only a little bit. If you don't have any plans, you're probably not going to make plans. If you have plans, I don't see much changing because things are slow, so you're probably going to see one another. It really depends what you have planned as of right now. If you don't have anything planned and you haven't heard from him, there's probably not much is going to happen. Alex sounds like a real piece of shit. You know what it was? He was young. That's what it was. I mean, I'm not making excuses for him because it's over and done with a long, long time ago, but he was young. Anyway. The sad part is that people on social media think that they're in a relationship with Brad Pitt and they're getting scammed. Oh God, I know. I know, that's why I don't ever put anything up on social media. Mountain, will I be seriously considered for the upcoming 9 to 11 position coming up in my agency? Yeah, that could happen. Brooklyn, what zodiac sign is my next sexual partner? Could be an Aquarius or a Virgo. Infinity, does Elle think I'm desperate or overly attached? I don't think they think that you're desperate, but I do think that they think that you're attached and that the relationship is out of balance. Mountain, we get fixated on a person and we feel like it's Stockholm Syndrome. Yeah, I agree with that. We do have a hard time letting go. And some people so much more than others. Like, I'm one of those people that would have a hard time letting go. I had other friends that had no problem moving on to the next thing. Meanwhile, like, it would be like months and I would be like still upset. Why? Like, what are you upset about? He didn't call you back. He didn't call you back when you were with him. Why do you want to be with someone like that? I don't. So it's like, that's what I have to say to myself. You don't really want to be with somebody like that. But back then, like, I didn't know all of this stuff because I didn't really start researching it until I was a little bit older. You know, like, why are these things happening? So I really didn't know. Like, when I would say, oh, I have this feeling, like I had that feeling, right, with this one guy, I was very young, that I knew from the bar. And even my friend, like, she said that she knew what the feeling was that I was talking about. And she had felt that feeling before. Neither one of us realized it was limerence. Nobody ever taught us what that was. We thought it was some kind of magical calling from God. Yeah, all right. With the drunk guy down the street. But that's what I thought at the time. Emotionally unavailable, yeah, he was. He was a nice guy. I still talk to him as a human, as a friend. I love him to death. But I'm so glad that that part of our relationship is long over. Kanchan, you can always be grateful for your life, breathing, and small things. Yep. Yep. And like I said, he's a good friend. He is. He's a good friend. And, you know, now that I don't feel that way about him anymore, now it's no big deal. He'll come to my house in the middle of the day. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy with that whole resistance thing. There was so much resistance around our relationship when I wanted to be with him so desperately that once that was gone, it's like now it's no big deal. Like now sometimes he emails me, I forget to email him back or I don't see it for days. But neither one of us care anymore because we're just friends. And that's the best place we could be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could count on him if I needed something. Like, I'm pretty sure I could count on him because it's not in that way anymore. Anyhow. Cracking me up. All right, it's 4:30. I have to wrap it up because I got to go pick up, you know, the boss. And I got to teach tonight. So I'm going to wrap it up. Adonis, I answered for you, right? And Mel's not here. If I get home early enough tonight, I'll come back on tonight. Otherwise, I'll be on tomorrow afternoon. But I got to get going. I got to take him for a WALK, even though he's out cold right now. And I got to give him his meds before I leave. Avery's the boss. The last question I answered for you, Mountain, was about being considered for a job, and I said, yeah, you could be considered for it, definitely. All right, and if I can, I will come back on tonight. If I come back on tonight, it'll probably be around 9:30. If it gets past 9:30, I probably won't be on again until tomorrow afternoon. Lydia, check your email for Carrie. Oh, sure, I will. Okay. All right, I'm going to wrap it up, and I will see you guys either tonight or tomorrow afternoon. Thank you all very much for being here. I'll see you guys a little later. Bye-bye.